Do you guys like haunted houses? Should I go to a haunted house? I want to. If you have a haunted house, invite me. Anyway, welcome to this week's edition of Fish Stix Friday. It is 51. And I've been having some turmoil over what to do this week. My brain's been splattered everywhere. I had a job interview today. I don't know how it went. I mean, I do, but I don't, So my mind's everywhere. So I figured today we are going to talk about Jeu De Mots. Jeu De Mots, which was the original raffle I had, and I had a little contest going. I did it on here, TikTok, and Snapchat, and I set up each letter on each platform. So every Friday, I did JEU across one letter per platform. So one got to YouTube, one got to Snapchat, one got to TikTok, and then the following week I did MOT, or DEM, and then OTS. And when I originally thought about it, I didn't think I was gonna able to land the week out on them all. And the week before I actually finished, somebody guessed it, and they won. So I gave them a prize. I gave them, an unreleased CD. I gave them a hoodie, a t-shirt, a wristband, and I can't remember what else I gave them. If she watches this, let me know what I gave you. Beyond that though, I've done a lot of different things. I've done giveaways, I've left CDs places, I've left wristbands in places, I've handed out I don't even know how many wristbands, probably around 5,000 handed out because I like hooking people up. So I am once again on that quest of when I get to 450, I will tell you what I have planned for the 500th subscriber. I would like to do that before the end of the year. So if I can get to 500 before December 31st, then I've reached my personal goal for the year. So back to Jeu De Mots. It's French, in case you don't know. And in French, it means wordplay. When translated to English, it means play on words. I'm an artist. It's what I do. The fact that no other musician has ever thought of this as an album title blows my mind. That is the simplest album title. It sounds pretty because it's French, and it's got 2 meanings, but then again, in itself, 3 meanings, if you understand the innuendo. So it's just going to be really crazy to see what comes about it. So I asked around, and I wanted some females to do the intro and outro of Jeu De Mots. I didn't want the same female. I have to have 2 different females because, as you know, I'm hoping you do by now, that Jeu De Mots is one of 2 CDs. Albums. Sorry, I'm used to CDs. So one of 2 albums. On one album, it's going to be my solo album. Then I'm going to have a few kind of features, if you will. I'm going to have some people talking to me. I'm going to have, just some around that basics. I'm going to have the intro and the outro read by 2 different females. So why is the other CD, the other album, a sister album? You might ask. That's a good question. The other album is called I'm a Nobody. I'm a Nobody is going to be a giant collab album. I'm going to be working with every single artist that is down to work with me. And I'm also going to have 2 other females record the intro and outro for that. Those intros and outros tied together are going to tell a story. That story is not necessarily tied to either album. However, part of that story is tied to one album, while another part is tied to another album. Jeu De Mots. Get what I'm getting at here? I am trying to set up something for a much bigger future than I know. Because even as I say some of these, I keep coming up with more ideas on what I want to do, how I want it done. So these 4 females have been talking to me. I reminded them of what I once said. I'm going to be critiquing them. I am going to want them to be natural in how they say it, but at the same time, they have to meet my standards, if you will. It's not really, I'm not setting the bar like, hi-ya. No, I want it achievable, but I want it, certain parts of this, better put, are going to be very, very critiqued. As when I work with any artist. If you are going to work with me, I am going to allow you to do your thing. By all means, I'm going to allow you to do you. Tall glass of you do you, boo-boo. I am not hating. Beyond that, I will be critiquing on what we are on about. So I've had a lot of artists just immediately, as soon as they hear I'm a nobody, they're down. They don't even know what it's about. I'm going to explain that next week. That's going to be next week's video, is I'm a nobody. So we'll retouch base on Jeu De Mots, and I'll focus on I'm a nobody. Jeu De Mots, though, is very special to me because I have written songs over the years that I never put out, or that I put out but I wasn't happy with how it sounded, or I didn't buy the instrumental. I didn't own the rights to own the music. So in doing so, I became a SoundCloud artist. Once you buy the rights, then you can put it on Apple Music, Spotify, Pandora, iHeartRadio, Snapchat, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. I am on all those currently, with maybe someday. So that's just an idea of one of the songs I have out. That one's pretty popular, so maybe you've heard of it. If you haven't, check it out. I would appreciate it. I am also in the process of working on other lyric videos, other than maybe someday. I'm in the process of other lyric videos. I'm in the process of other music videos. I'm so excited for those. And it's just been a crazy journey. I am at, I believe, as of recording this video right now, 245 subscribers. So about a month ago, I was just barely 200. About a month ago. And it's insane to me that you guys pushed me and pushed me and pushed me, and now I'm reaching goals higher than I ever thought possible. On my Facebook, I have 1.1 million views in 28 days. On my artist page on Facebook, I kind of left that alone for a long time, and I've got 8,000. Yay. Which is actually way more reasonable. I expect the 8,000. The 1.1 million blew me away. On my YouTube, my biggest video is my son, when we were playing golf, right over here actually. We were golfing on Father's Day, and you got that to 46,000 views. That to me is amazing. And you have no idea, I've wanted to be a dad like my whole life. And the fact that you guys showed the most love to my boy, wrenches my heart. So, future reference, if you are soft-hearted towards, I won't say your dad especially, but your mom, if you have a soft place in your heart for your mom, I am going to be trying to pull your heartstrings. I was very near and dear to my mother before I lost her. Tall glass of I hate cancer. No, better put, tall glass of fuck cancer. You're allowed to cuss on YouTube a little bit, as long as it's using correct context. So, I said it. I am not a fan of cancer. If you know anybody battling cancer, I last year threw a benefit concert for somebody battling cancer, and thankfully they are still with us. I am a strong believer in benefits. I am a strong believer in many other things. Some people would argue with me about them. To each their own. I do want to say thank you to every single person that has commented on my videos, that has watched these videos, that re-watches some of these videos. I get updates. You guys send me screenshots, and I cannot thank you enough. To the people that share my music with their friends, like, hey, check out this guy, he's pretty cool. I adore you. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I know normally I'd be walking around, turning around and everything. I just thought I'd sit down and have a little chat with you and, you know, get some stuff off my chest. That's a reference to a song you probably don't even know about. But that's all good, because that's what this is about, is getting stuff off my chest, to talk to you one-on-one, to sit down and hold my phone, because I'm not smart enough to grab the ring light I have sitting right in the building behind me. And instead of setting it up and taking my time, I just came out, sat down, and was like, I know what I want to talk about. And that's how a lot of these videos go, in case you're ever wondering. Like, I have a quick idea. I'm like, subject for the day. And then I run it. And I talk it up, and now you're wound up with an 11-minute video that was about 80% focused on Jeu De Mots. And the rest is music. So, yeah. Sincerely, though, thank you to everybody that watches these. I can't say enough. Help me get to 500, because once I hit 500, then my next goal is 1,000. Once I hit 1,000, I am making a sky leap to 10,000, because why not? Once I hit 10,000, 100,000, I want a YouTube play button. YouTube, I know you watch these. Help me. Help me help you. I brag you up all the time. I tell people, hey, you can find me on YouTube. Hey, you should check it out on YouTube. Hey, why don't you listen on YouTube? YouTube, come on. I'm just saying. On a serious note, though, I am after a play button. I hope you guys have an amazing day. I love your face. I love your face piece. I love that piece of your face that makes your face piece, because that piece of your face makes your face piece unique. That piece of your face belongs to you. I, Emcee Fish Sticks. I love it. You guys have a good day. Drive safe. Tell your friends you love them. Make it weird.